This is a show where startup founders get roasted, toasted, or boosted. The idea is we brew amazing coffee here. Startup founders are coffee beans and they are roasted by investors, serial entrepreneurs, subject matter experts, and I am the head brewer and I get to decide that we all get served amazing coffee in this startup cafe. One of you guys just quickly brief us about your startup story before you start your pitch. What is the real story? What is the real deal?
Last summer, we came across this opportunity called iStart Valley, and it was like an entrepreneurship program. Throughout the journey, we worked together and learned a lot throughout the course. And at the same time, we got to pair up into groups without even knowing all four. None of us knew each other before we came into this.
I can't believe this presentation came from high school. I should always pinch myself when I hear these pitches. I would like to call on our judges. Would you like to share your thoughts? What did you think about the presentation? Do you have any questions?
I think for the pricing, I still don't understand why would people be willing to pay for something like this. I mean, it's very low, but still, why would a consumer want to pay for it? Buy an additional app, buy an additional subscription?
When a startup founder jumps in passionately without thinking about pricing, this is what happens. So you want to be watchful of that.
My question is, when you thought about, you'll have 2,500 and then 25,000 users, how do you make that judgment? It seems like an assumption to me, and I think when you are actually launching a product, the amount of effort, time, and money it takes to build an application, you really have to come up with a use case model.
The roasting part would be, I do feel that you do need a little bit more research on the global level.
So I was wondering if your company or your startup has a roadmap in place or a system where you think you'd be able to meet HIPAA compliance, and what path you would take to get there.
I have this complaint with all high school entrepreneurs who pitch to me. How many customers have used your product and what did they say about your product?
So if someone were to come and tell you, how much do you plan to raise? How much is that number? And then they follow it up with a question of, what would you do with that money? What is your plan? And who would you go talk to get that money?